we don't have any exterior views on this server, so you won't get to see the outside of the aircraft, unfortunately. I don't know where the runway is, so I'm just going to take off. This is the Froggy Frog 9000 channel. You can support the channel and my efforts keep me online, up and running, by throwing copious quantities of cash at me and the channel, particularly through GoFundMe, and later on I'll put up some crypto addresses. Let's try and take off without hitting a bunch of crates or a windsock. This plane is sounding great, the engine is sounding great. In the end, it was a nice takeoff, a good takeoff. Great, everything good. This is the 4YA server. It's a pretty good server, although I don't like it as much as the Wolfpack US02 server because it does not have external views, and I like to see the exterior of the aircraft, plus I need exterior views to do cinematic videos for the track record. But the main problem in this server is that the Axis airfields are fucking miles away, man. They're that direction there about 7 minutes, and they're that direction there about 10 minutes. So if you're in the Axis, every time you need to take off and fly to the action, which is right here where I've just taken off from, there's an ally at St. Pierre-du-Mont right there. It takes you 5-10 minutes to get into the action. It's so horrible. You spend so much of your time flying, commuting. You spend so much of your time commuting from those far-flung Axis bases. Long story short, on the 4YA server, the Axis bases are too far away, and there's no external views. But having said that, you know, I still like the server. I still play on it sometimes. So there you go. Oh, and another thing, sometimes there's not enough aircraft and you end up having to fucking fly from England and stuff like that. That's really horrible. I guess it's historically accurate or whatever, but I just can't stand it. It's too far away. Let's see how many players are on the server. Four versus 4. southwest, long, medium altitude, long range, southwest. Southwest, that's down there. Do I really want to do that? I tend to have less fun on this server than on the Wolfpack US O2 server for Welcome to DCS. Like, oh yeah, another thing about this server that's not to my liking is they start you off oftentimes with the engine running but with 0 fuel. So then you have to go and give it fuel, and the startup sequence takes a lot longer. And then there's another thing I don't like is that the K4s don't get MW50 sometimes. Some of the K4s get MW50 and some of them don't. And so I guess they've been trying to balance out the power of the K4, given that it's the best plane in the game, but still. I mean, I don't know, I just think the K4 should always have MW50. Planes around is there. We're just going to go for a nice corporate jet flight here. Heathrow to Tokyo. Something. You can fly a long way in this plane if you've got the drop tanks. This is a big plane. It carries a lot of fuel. I mean, if you're just going for endurance, if you're not carrying ammunition, and if you took out all of the armor, the metal armor, which is extra weight that you don't need. Like, if you're just going to retrofit this thing, I'd just say it's the end of the war, World War II's over. There's all these surplus aircraft, and they're just going to chop them with a guillotine and turn them into Coke cans because they're aluminium. They're selling them off for, like, you can buy a Mustang in 46 for fucking $400 or something. Do you realise that? You can buy like a Mustang for like $400 post World War II. Nowadays they're priceless basically, like they're worth like millions of dollars. So there was a chance when back then, for the price of a brand new car or less, you could have bought a P47, like probably even a brand new one that hadn't even been used in combat or anything. Probably bought like 4 of them so you got spare parts, and then you could have retrofitted it how you wanted, and basically you put a refrigerator in here somewhere, like a small one with the refreshments in. For your gin and tonic. And then and your bloody sandwich or whatever. Could I stash a flight attendant on this plane? She can sit in the radio compartment behind the seat. I'll press a button here, it's like a bell, and it alerts the flight attendant that I need a beverage, refreshment, and another sandwich. And I'll get rid of the metal armor plate and any other stuff like that weighs the plane down. And then I'd put in extra fuel tanks, and I'd have the external fuel as well. Ah, we're getting shot at. Nice. There, I always get shot by flak on the server as well. Bloody hell. Like, I often get shot by flak instead of getting into combat with the enemy on the server. It's really kind of another thing I don't like. They wanted me to go southwest, so I went southwest, and now I'm getting shot at by flak. Yes, I'd fill the plane up with fuel. Is that flak? Yeah, that's flak. Damn it, I was hoping it'd be a flak. I wonder where all the players are. something over there. Let's go and have a look. Yeah, long story short, you could really retrofit one of these and fly a long distance. Like you can cruise really high at a really high power setting. Like, I don't know what, like 35,000 feet probably. You can cruise at whatever is the favourable altitude, the best stoichiometry, the best performance. I know what that is. That's two planes there. They're probably on my side and they're probably AI. Hey, we got two planes there that are probably also AI, and I bet you that they're enemies more than the ones on the coast that I just saw. Let's go for these ones instead. I mean, they're probably going to be AI because it's a cluster of two. On this server, whenever you see two aircraft together, you know it's AI. Let's go full power. Let's go full up here. How's the turbo looking? Yeah, good. It's at 10. That means it's working. And long story short, you can fly very far at a high speed in this plane, like it was for a person. Learjet, $400. Mind you, $400 in 1946 was about 10 trillion million gazillion dollars today because of the inflation. Money ain't worth shit no more these days. You know what I mean? They've inflated our money supply to buggery. It ain't worth shit. That's why everything has such a high price. South, yeah, well, yeah, I'm going south, aren't I? Ooh, that's south. Okay, yes, yeah. And what do you know, they're flying kind of away from me to the left. I got a really powerful plane at this kind of altitude, though, so doing, what, 280 miles an hour. Where those planes got to? Yeah, they're there. They changed direction, the sneaky AI buggers. Let's see how long we can run this thing at full power. They're probably K4s or something, or even D9s, even worse, because then they're faster and they'll just escape unless they turn it right. Or go into a bloody cloud. Another sip of coffee too. Oh yeah, finish off my coffee before I go into the combat. They're splitting up now. Might have got a hit on that one. Yeah, I did. Look at that. Look at that. Got a hit on him. Big time. You can hear the turbo supercharger squawking up there. So beautiful. Where's the other one though? Can AI see you in a cloud? I can obviously hide in the cloud if I need to. Got these big wings. Got a great elevator response. That's one of them finished off. Perhaps that's it, or is it the other one? Probably the other one, let's hope. And he's just vanished. Can't even see him. Totally vanished. One behind us way back there on the deck. Just go there and hope for the best. Find it again. It could be the one that I shot down there. We're losing our altitude here. I'm going to try and keep that altitude. Life and safety. Oh, look what we got here. Shooting at us. adjust the power at all. Just maneuvering hard. Trying to keep lamina afloat. Taking a pot shot there. Speed's a little bit lower now. Got the advantage now, unfortunately. I can't outturn him. Got such an advantage with energy. And I got a hit. Haha, take that. Got break off, it's not really working. I can't escape though, he's got the faster plane. We can't. Excuse me, he's got too much energy. Know what I'm doing right now? I'm going to utilize the cloud. I don't know if AI cannot see or can see in cloud. Hopefully it can't see in cloud. We're going to find out. I have to cut the power soon too. Taking a fair bit of damage already. Still flying. It's the one saving grace. You might be heavy, but you're strong. That's how it is in anything to do with engineering, particularly with aviation. If you're heavy, you're strong. If you're light, you're high performance. And he's coming up behind us. And he's shooting. Let's get into this freaking cloud. He's shooting at us. And we're going straight into the cloud. Can he see? Don't stall it. On the stall here. Artificial horizon's going wild, spinning around. Straight down. Up we go again. Ah shit, this ain't looking good, is it? Loop into this cloud. Trying to use the artificial horizon. He's still shooting at us. Now I can see him though, so this is not working. I can get out of here. He's too close. We're in cloud mode, but he's too close. Pretty accurate fire though. Man, my engine's gonna cook very soon, I can tell. Going roughly towards the coast. See if I can get him head to head right here. Flee and then maybe try again. If I can get in a head-to-head, that'll do it. You saw how easily I finished off the first one. Ground fire. I'm getting shot at by freaking ground fire. That was ground fire. That blue shit was the ground fire, and here comes the plane. I'll still try and shoot down the plane. Fucking ground fire, man, in this server. Like I was saying before, in my opinion, it's a problem. I haven't even... That wasn't this plane, that was ground fire. All the flag shooting at me, it's crazy. Turbo's still going. Time to get out of here, huh? Back to the coast, back to the base that I took off from. Hopefully. K4 is still chasing it. I don't know how much ammo it's got left. Probably enough to do the job, so I better watch out for it. Plane doesn't maneuver too well now, it's so damaged. Shooting at us. Keep maneuvering. How long does this plane last at full power? I wouldn't have expected it to last this long. Once I get to my base, there probably should be some flak, right? You would expect that to protect me from this K4 that's shooting still. Oh shit, there's some more green flak coming out here. It shouldn't be against me because I'm so close to the coast. My goal is to get the plane over the airbase, and then I'll fight the K4 over the airbase, and then I'll land. Still coming at us. Sorry if anyone's typed in the chat, I haven't had a chance to check it. I'll check it after I've landed. We're quite far away from the K4 here. Let's keep going closer to the coast, otherwise I'll miss the airport. At this low altitude, it's impossible to find the airport unless you're right on top of it, so you need some altitude. But to climb, if I climb, I'll get shot by that K4. It's a problem. Well, guys, it's summertime over here. I've been growing lots of vegetables. I've grown getting shot at by the K4. I've grown some lettuce. I've got some lettuce going on. Lots of lettuce seedlings that I grew from seed. But I'm now they're actual now little lettuces. Is that the base? That's not the base. The base is around here somewhere. Right there, right there, right there, I think. Quick, watch out, quick. So where's all the flak to shoot at the K4? Oh, I forgot the flak only shoots at me. I mean, come on, we're right on the coast. All of the coast is owned by the Allies. And this K4 is just swanning around like it's no problem at all for him. The only one that's been shot at by flak so far is me. And that's freaking bullshit. That is probably the base there. Yeah, that's whatever it's called. Something rather Surmer. Yves Saint Laurent. Jacques Cousteau. Surmer. Right, so we're going to climb. Ah, the engine's cut out and we're right over the base, hopefully. We're going to land. Yeah, we're going to land. Am I getting shot at still? No. I think I just saw the enemy getting shot at too, so that's great news. There's a couple of planes up there actually, so things have changed a bit. Wish I had an external view right now. So that's how long the engine lasted for. Let's see if we can land, huh? Close to that ground now, a bit too close. Try and keep the airspeed up, but we are descending pretty fast. Uh-oh. See, I wish I had an external view so I could see all this. How much ammo I got? The gun's not working. Alright, well, that's the end of the stream basically. I'm just going to check the chat, if there's anyone in the chat. One of those kind of dogfights where I killed one in the first 5 seconds. 5 people watching, no comments, very good. Killed one in the first 5 seconds, and then the other one was the whole bloody stream was just that dogfight. If I did this over again before I lost energy, I would have just tried to find the enemy, staying at altitude, and then hidden in a cloud, once I found the enemy, unless I could shoot at him, and just keep ducking in and out of the cloud, and just keep doing that straight away, which would give me not an advantage, but it would equalize everything. It would take away all of his advantages if I could hide in the cloud. So that's what I would have done straight away. I'd shoot down the first enemy, locate the second one, have a shot at him, hide in the cloud, stay at altitude, keep coming out of the cloud. Like, I'd only hide in the cloud if he's on my tail, sort of thing, and keep probably going kind of head to head, blast him with the 50s. And that's how I would do it if I did it differently. That's the end of the stream. Like, share, subscribe, support on GoFundMe, and I'll put out those crypto addresses soon. Thanks very much for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.